think we're going live here. I think it says we're live. Ooh, that's a little crispy, isn't it? All right, sweet. Perfect. Anyways, Dave here with Affordable Door and Gate. I just jumped on because I had a few minutes and, we had some time. I had some time. I just wanted to jump on. I wanted to wish everybody a happy Monday. Hopefully you have a safe and good Monday. Doing a little Monday prep right now. Working with Mr. Caleb, actually. Going through. I just sent him our list. So I got the list going. Let me grab it. All right. It's story time with Dave. So everything's new. And of course it's funny how the world works, isn't it? He's learning the business checks and all that kind of stuff, right? And he said he had to do the same thing I did, which was we had to ask mom. Thanks, mom. So I remember when I got out of school, I had to write my first check. I didn't know how to write a check. Thanks, school. So that was fun. So he learned that. So anyways, I filled out some of this paperwork. I don't really want to show it so much. It's on the other side because there's customer information on there and we don't want to do that. So I hope there's nothing there's going to blow up. But anywho, and I was editing a video for you guys, a video that actually Rich B sent me. So we're going through that. What's up, Mr. Rusty? 10 sections loaded. I seen you. Well, you had that one truck. Is this another round to the same place for those sections all loaded up in back truck? That was a hell of a load. I ain't gonna lie. I was stacked up there pretty good. I was thinking I think you got a trailer, don't you, Rusty? You got a trailer, you could throw it on, but you probably didn't want to. Haul the trailer, tires, all that good stuff. I don't blame you. All right, we got a broken spring. Got springs of correct size. That's probably why he asked what size. Oh, yeah. 4 foot ladder, 6 foot, 8 foot tall. I think I just put those on there. I'm going through my handy list. Got winding bars. That's important. Tape measure. That's important. I should have on here. I should add. I'm going to add. I'm glad to get rid of that. Let me add this on here. I'm just saying it. So he's got a broken spring, a non-insulated door. He should be pretty golden. We got gloves. Okay, so we got tape measure. I'm going to do slash. What do they call them? I don't think I have a service spring book here. What do they call them? What are they called? They're the gauges. Wire gauge. Wire gauge set. There we go. And what would we call that tape, that ruler? Spring ruler? I'm going to say spring ruler. Spring ruler. Spring ruler. The wire gauge works really nice, especially if you're is it a spring ruler? Is that spring ruler? Is that the silver one, right? From Service Spring that hooks. I always like to have those for options. That's just me. I like to have the spring ruler. I like to have a tape measure, and I like to have the gauges. Then I'm just, especially when you're new, and the chart. I don't know if he has. Don't know if he has a chart. Don't know if we need a chart. I used to always like the chart. I used to have it on a clipboard. It was in the back of the clipboard. So you had your chart was always right there. That was always really nice. Worked out really nice. Make sure you send me, if you get a picture of it too. It's 10-foot sections. I'm sorry. That fits probably pretty nice in the back of the old pickup truck. I don't know. I'm still thinking about getting an adjustable one, so I can run the dunnage out the back, because I am just not a fan on the upper up of hauling doors. I mean, it's nice. You got room, but oof, man. Like, I don't like the idea. I don't know. I'm a little bit goofy on that kind of stuff. It says no different 10-foot sections day. Customer hit 2. I'm gonna do first, and then go to 7-door job. Nice. So it'll be there for a little bit. It'll be the rest of the day, at least, probably into the next day or so. Those are always kind of nice. I always kind of like that for workers, when you got kind of bigger jobs. I always like that. Like, that was always my meditation time. I didn't have to worry about just firing at different jobs. Like, I was just like, tomorrow you're going to go to this job, and then the next day you're going to go back to that job, and the next day. And so it's just wash and repeat. So, it was kind of, they might run into a little hiccup, but that was always pretty nice. I always enjoyed that. It was always my time to get some stuff done behind the scenes. All right, let me see here. Like I said, I'm just playing around till the old wife of Tron. She's grabbed me the famous pizza. I'm gonna upload this too, I think, tonight yet. Let's see here. Okay. And she grabbed, I cannot pronounce that name. I'm sorry. We'll call it YP. YP. What's up? Alti. Oh, nice. Oh, from, is that right? ATL, is that what it is? Shows? Not much, man. How's it going with you? Hope things are going good. You ready for the Monday? Got the Monday blues? You don't got the brown bottle flu for Monday, do you? Not calling in. Don't be calling in on Monday, god darn it. That was always the worst. Oh, man, Rich B. I got that video up. I'm gonna be uploading here, Rich. It's that one for Lowe's and Home Depot. So I appreciate you sending me that. I really do. Whoops. Let me throw some of these up, right? We throw some of these up. We got Monday. I always forget I can do this. The spring ruler. 10-foot. First. Because I think, like I said, once the videos, the lives, you can't see the comments. It's always weird. What's up? Oh, snap. Look at the muscles. Oh, whoa. Keep her down. Strut job tomorrow so far. How big, Rich B? Like a 8-foot strut. We doing a 9-footer, 16. 16s are real common, right? Those big 16-footers. Those people gobble those up. We used to, anytime I get a 16-footer that was pretty salvageable, I'd always keep it and we throw it in front of the shop, and people 16s just get destroyed. You know what I mean? They just get destroyed. So most time they're not good, but there is a few that get a little rip or a little, it's getting dingy. People just used ones. They love them. There's actually one I seen on the old marketplace. I think they went from 300 down to 200, but they said they're missing track. Door looks pretty good. And I thought, man, I should just tell them $100, $100. I don't think it was super close. I can't remember. And I just thought, we got track coming out our ears, you could put some track on it and somebody would love that thing. Oh, I like loading up Saturday. That's not a bad idea. YP, do you do you ever do the evening? Do you ever do the evening load? I used to get slammed by the guys a lot by that. I would stay later in the evening, 5, 6, 8, whatever time I'd get back or whatever. And sometimes, man, the guys kind of ridiculed me on it. They'd be next morning, it's like you went through their lunchbox. You know what I mean? They'd be like, who loaded my van? It's like, is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? Are you happy? Are you mad? And they're like, I don't like doors in my van. And I'm like, we didn't have to load them. Isn't that nice? They're like, I don't like my doors getting wet. And I'm like, it didn't rain last night. Yeah, but it could have. Okay. They're going to get wet today. We're going down the road. I just, it wasn't like I left the opener in the back where it'd get rained on. So maybe that's another reason. Oh, that's another reason, right? The vans are so handy. They can put your stuff in there, leave it overnight. If you get a little bit of weather, I used to like the truck. I remember the truck one. That was when we were doing Lowe's, and I got my buddy and I was like, come on, man, like, please, man, come with. And so I wrapped it was like gonna rain. And so I wrapped them in like garbage bags because I pre-built them, at the shop. And I remember I had them bungee down. I didn't have them bungee down good enough. And it turned into a parachute. And I remember all of a sudden we're going down the highway, just cooking in the big old F-250, man, just bebopping away, yakking. All of a sudden, whoo, I see something and it caught right at the end. So it turned into like a whip and it's just on the ground. I'm like, holy crap. I couldn't even get over to the right lane. I was in the fast lane. So I dived off into the left lane and the opener was all scratched up. Still worked though. Still worked. It was a LiftMaster. I ended up giving it to that same buddy for some kind of payment. He always gives me crap. I think it's still working too. He's like, yeah, you gave me the scratched up opener for free. Well, it wasn't, I don't know if it was free. It was for like exchange for labor or something, but I gave it to him for a hell of a discounted price. So that sucked because then I had to stop. This one was out in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And so I had to stop at Lowe's and pick up another one and then I had to build that one at the site. Why I think he was installing the one that was built, but Rusty says use a gauge. 18 foot. Holy moly. That's a big door, Rich B. 18.9. Holy moly, man. You got ladders that tall? I'm just messing with you. Just having a little fun. Let's see. Are you on who works at over a door in Atlanta? Rusty, how you got such good memory like that? Let's see here. Go here. We're gonna go here. Rich, I use the ruler. Rusty, do you have gauges? Do you even have gauges? I'm just curious. I always like the commercial ones and the residential ones. The commercial ones, definitely. I really like the commercial ones because then it's just like you ever, how you hook them and you're like, it's like in between. They got a couple that are in between. You're like, is it this or is it that? Yes, that. Yes, I do load in the afternoons. First one starts at 7 a.m. Holy moly. Near 3 to 5, depending on job locations. Nice. Yeah, I always slept a lot better. I always slept so much better loading the trucks at night. Then I just knew, and then it gave me like still that like oops a daisy. You know what I mean? Like if we start loading and realize you're just, I don't know, you can be missing all kinds of something, right? Window inserts. You start loading it up. And you're like, where's the window section? Like this was supposed to have a window section, and you just have time to meditate with it, right? And then you it's just nice. I just think it's nice. I sleep so much better. Then I don't have to, I can call the customer still versus you do it at early in the morning. And what is this? And, it's, you know what I mean? Now you're trying to call a customer. They're like, well, I already took the day off of work. And you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And like, well, we don't have the right stuff and we should have caught this and we didn't. Super busy. A little slow from what I hear. Install is currently backed up for 3 months. Wow. Nice. Maybe if I get a chance, maybe I'll come down there, see you guys. That'd be pretty cool. I used to know I've been using gauge it easier on the eyes. Yes, the gauges are easier on the eyes. I just find that, I'm always trying to, I always look at it like I'm trying to idiot proof because, I'm kind of dumb sometimes and I make mistakes too. And just for new guys and just, like my mindset has always been, I'm going to die tomorrow and I will not be back. You know what I mean? So like, I want it to be as easy for the next person, if they had to like, even if they got jump in my truck or if I have a newbie or a new apprentice or anything, like I always wanted it to be like, you got every tool at your disposal because, when you put time in there, especially on those commercial ones, you know what I mean? Like when you're ordering those kind of springs, man, those are big big, mistakes. You're talking $1,200 to $2,500 springs. I mean, you do not want those messed up. So, and I agree, the wire is, just sometimes stuff blows up and it's weird, and I've had it even with residential, the spring's gone wonky and it's like you're trying to you're like, you want to, and then the customer's coming out, the dog's coming out, the kids are coming out, the husband comes home, the neighbor comes over, and you're just like, ugh, especially when you're new, most of the time. Are you guys hiring? Able to get enough help? Let's see. 18 by 8. Oh, it's not 18 by 9. 18 by 8. Oh, you're okay. That foot would have got you, man. That would have got you. Because would you have 18 by 9, didn't you? I was like, I didn't think you went over 8 foot. 8 foot. Anything tall, you got to get a scissor lift. You got to get me a scissor lift. Never had them. Love the ruler. The ruler works pretty good. A lot of guys keep them in their visors. I always didn't like them doing that because I get the visors all dirty. But I'll keep them right above their head in the visor. The gauges work. I think it was more like when I was doing more commercial. I just said, it was just it's too in between. Like, I mean, I got to slam dunk this thing. I can't, especially not when you don't have them in stock, or like residential, oops, I made a boo-boo. You probably go back to the shop. You can cut something. You can make something work, but the gauges, I agree, like with, Rich on that one too. It's, it's easier on the eyes. You can bring it down into the light. You're not up there like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes my counting, I can barely count to 10. So, what's it say? Love the ruler. Hires slowly. Install hires rapidly. Retain guys and install because of low price rate. Charges, discourage guys, and leave. Oh, this is good. It's good information. Thanks for sharing that. Am I moving this thing? Here we go. Huh. Interesting. Kind of makes me want to come down. Think they'd hire me? What is piece rate on commercial door installs? They might not do piece rate. Yep. It says right here, commercial. Yeah. Hourly rate. Residential doors. Yeah. That sounds like Arizona. Arizona was that way too. Commercial was hourly. Residential was piece rate. I wish I had that chart. Their chart was low. Maybe YP can you give us any kind of like roughly like what a price, you know what I mean? Without like getting in trouble or anything, like, or just close. Just curious. Cause it was like down there, it was like $20 for an opener. And then it was like 60 or something, $80 for a door. I mean, it was super low. But I assume they kind of do that because like with the commercial, it's kind of like with this place, right? Commercial's kind of the bread and butter in a sense. It's recurring, it's a steady stream. You don't want guys going in there and just, slam bam, thank you. There's it's a whole different mindset. It's really tough because I always remember like with the residential, you're just, man, you're moving lickety split. Well, commercial, you need to be the, the flannel guy, the guy with the cigarette hanging out, with the lunch pail, with real boots, with steel toe, and the blue jeans, Levi's, preferably. I don't know if Levi's are a real big thing anymore. I had a guy call me out. I was wearing Duluth. He's like, see, he was an electrician at the one big job we were working at. See, he wears Duluth. And he's trying to telling us like his apprentice. He was a cool kid too. And I was like, hey man, like, you want to get rid of him? Like, I like this cat. I was like, I'd pick him up on a heartbeat. I don't care what he's wearing. He could be wearing shorts. He's a good worker. Well, I guess depending where we're at, but what is for installs? Yep, 66 for double, 37 for single. That is crazy. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was like when I was down there, the guy down there was telling me in Arizona, he just said, he goes, like, that won't fly up there where you're at. He's like, and I'm like, heck to no. I was like, do. How many YP, how many do the guys typically install? Because down there, I think they were doing like 3 or 4 doors a day is what they were kind of itching for. So do those guys do 1 or 2, or they kind of, I know it can change, but what's kind of an average? You say 3, 4 a day? Is it, the door section. Yeah. That's a big door, 18 by 8. That's going to be some money. I wonder, Rich, is it insulated, not insulated? What it have for a strut? Did not have a strut at all, and that's why it did this. Or they put a piece of angle up there, and that wasn't strong enough. YP acts like defense mechanism against experienced technicians. I was thinking maybe they give you like the hope, like, well, you can come up to commercial, because roughly, do you know what guys are making, hourly, roughly, just roughly, maybe, that's kind of the carrot. It's like weird though, these prices. I mean, it's like, it's almost like they haven't changed since, I don't know when I went down to Arizona, but it had to be like 2016, 2017, I think, somewhere in there. And it's kind of like when I just watched was it Home Depot? Home Depot on their website had an ad, $99 for an opener install. And I'm like, $99? I'm like, I just don't understand that. Like, I'm like, it's like garage door openers. They just seem like they go up a little bit, but not nearly what they seem like they should be. But I just thought, so what? I was thinking, okay, so, they're paying the sub, whoever, some $80 or something, or I think we were paid what, $78, and then they made basically like $10 back in the early days. 60, I was soon collect cans on the side of the road. Oh man. Hey, the good thing too about collecting cans, tax free. Just make sure wear some high vis, What are they paying for commercial? What are they charging? Might not have that. I don't know about commercial. Fair enough. Oh man. It's about 3 cons, about 3 to 4 doubles. Okay, so new. Okay. All right, here we go. So new, it's about 3 to 4, and remod would be about 2-3 a day, depending on if they have openers or not. Oh, interesting. This is some great intel. Thank you so much for sharing this. Sometimes I always, kind of feel a little crazy. Like, I'm always like, I don't know, but yeah, that's so, I mean, and obviously I'm assuming YP with the residential ones, they have to provide, their own tools, right? And they'll otherwise, the company will give them a truck and stuff like that, but they got to bring their own little hand tools. What do they do? Do the trucks have onboard inverters on them for power? Because that's what they did in Arizona. So that guy I was working with, he just whipped off the cord. It felt funny because I'm always funny about the cord being on there when you're like setting the garage door, because you see light. I'm not a big fan of like dropping the door. It's not the end of the world. You just do what you got to do. I'm just not used to it. So the guy whipped a cord off the side of his truck. He just ran it in, plugged in the opener, got the limit set, and we were good to go. Smart guy too. 2 to 3. So I figured. I mean, when I was in my prime, you know, 2 to 3. I don't think I really ever got to 4. 4 would be like working till like 9, 10 o'clock, But I get, it just depends. I mean, sometimes you get one, you slam it out, you get to another one. There'd be two 9x7s or something, 2 8x7s, reconnect. You know what I mean? Like I said, the openers, those will slow you down. So, yes, I do. That commercial is 50 an hour. Okay. I think this is on the high side. Okay. Okay. Yeah. How far do you guys, YP, how far do you guys travel? Do you guys travel quite a long ways? Or do you guys kind of have like a 20 or 30 or 50-mile radius? Or is it just they don't care? And I'm assuming you guys probably with commercial at least too. You guys are, it's just hourly. So once they're in the truck from the shop, you start hitting the old clock. Oops, I jumped one. Sounds like 2004. It does. It does. I can see why that's a challenge. Let me see here. If you knock out 3, right? So wow, that's like about basically if you knocked out 3, let's just say, and that's basically 198. That's $200. Oh man. What's up, Mr. Smith? I see you in there. Hope you're doing good. Doing good. Doing good. All good. Hope you're doing good. What do we got here? YP's got. He says the way senior tech and my computer company make money is for salesmen's mistakes. Oh, that we can apply an hourly charge on the job. Oh, I prey on salesmen's mistakes. I gotcha. I gotcha. Maybe a little upsell. Final back doesn't have. Oh, it's the only section that doesn't have a strut. Son of a biscuit, man. I'm telling you. I don't know what it is, but when you get to, I can't say I've ever seen a video or anybody else really discuss it, but I just always really feel like when you get to an 18-foot wide door, I don't know what it is. You know how like I think of it as like maybe like a, when you have a twin or you have a triple snowmobile, right? Like when I had a triple snowmobile, I was always like, I just saw it. I was like, oh, this is just going to murder the twins. You know what I mean? But then I found out like, I'm like, it's a lot heavier. It doesn't jump as well. And when you do get on the straightaways, yeah, it pulls away a little bit, but it's not like just murders the next person. Right. So that's what 18 footers remind me of. It's kind of like, yeah, you gain a little bit, but they are just a monster. It's like the hinges aren't designed for it. The rollers aren't defined for it. Like the things are real bouncy in the air, like the track and everything. And I don't know. I just don't like them. Like when I get to residential, I'm just like, oh man, like we had a guy that he was constantly blowing springs. I think it was an 18x8. So it was just a little bit taller on the ladder, just didn't, and the opener it was a Craftsman, and and you watch that thing and it's just like, man, this thing needs an eye rail. Like this needs like a bigger opener. Like it would do it, but it just the whole thing when it would stop, everything just looked like it was like shaking the rafters and everything. I mean, it was all drywall in there, but everything just looked like it was like you're just kind of like, whoa, you know what I mean? So 18 footers are just, something's weird about them. It's like they just got weird mysteries to them. Yes, some trucks do have inverters, but some don't. Those inverters are pretty sweet. Is that solo or 2-man? I'm assuming that's for YP. Is that like installs? I'm assuming that's a 1-man. Do, 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 do. What is this guy? Rusty's guy. He says that would explain why I can't compete with overhead prices when I bid against them. Yeah. Oh man, and seeing them include an opener for free. Holy moly. It would be pretty cool, Rusty, if you could get some intel on it or get a customer and then take like a picture of their invoice if it is like a residential, because I have a feeling, at least up in your area, it seems like when you get up north, I don't know where the threshold is, like the Tennessee or something, but it seems like the prices of the labor goes up for things. You know what I mean? Because I remember Dave down there in Arizona. He came from the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, and I just remember him always telling me, like, he gave me the sheet, and he's just like, it was like he was trying to tell me, he's like, don't go back and think you're going to get your guys. Cause now I'm sitting there looking, I go, no. I'm like, we got subs right now that we're paying like $200 or whatever, 150. And these are like 66, and I'm like, they'd laugh at me. So it's a different animal, but I don't know if it is for the same for YP down there, where it's just like, what Dave explained to me in Arizona, he says that there's just so much more like labor. And then it's like, when I had a guy that came from Texas, he did garage doors, and he was working with me for a while, and he was telling me how he said, he goes, like down there we do a job. I mean, he did all kinds of other construction stuff, but he's like, you just go to the corner. He's like, there's people sitting or standing at the corner, like 4, 5, 6 guys, and you tell them, hey, I want you and you. He says they hop in the truck. I'm like, that's a normal day. He's like, that's just a normal day. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you might tell them, hey, I want you, can you guys work tomorrow? But he's like, if they don't, well, we can't, whatever. He says, and you just go to the corner again in the morning. Just, hey, you and you, I just need, some grunt labor. And, where was I at here? Around here. Free. We travel all GA. Okay. It says GA near Atlanta. South. Wow. So you travel. Guys, travel. What do you got? YP, what do you guys normally use? You guys got is it mostly a truck fleet, or is it more of a van, or is it mixed? Cutaway vans? Dedicated at your company? No, we don't really have a dedicated. They're all kind of sales in a sense, you know what I mean? But no, I've thought about engaging a little more and doing something more like that, but hello everyone, Mr. Smith. 18 is quite a span. Yeah, it is. It is. 2.5, 3 inch. Yeah. Well, like I said, man, the 18s are just they're goofy. It's not like I'm not saying like it's not like they scare me or anything. And I like them. I like the extra room. I mean, I had an 18. I would have the thermal span, but the thermal span was pretty solid. You know what I mean? Because I went with the thickest one, so it was like 2-inch thick. The thermal span 200 had built-in struts, and then I put a nice reinforcement strut on the top. But it was a lugger. It was a lugger of a door. Then I put a big old jack shaft on it, a big old gear head, just because I was doing garage doors, and that one got toast, and I rebuilt it. And then I started realizing that opener would just kill anything. Like it didn't even need springs. And so then I went to, I don't remember what I put up there. Cannot remember. I remember drilling through the rail though, trying to put a mid support in it. And that was a nightmare. So you got to remember, those are old railroad, not ties, but they're railroad tracks. It's melted down. That's why they're so hard, supposedly. Best friend, what's up, Smith? I see Tony's in the house. What's up, boys? Tony, we missed you last night. Hope you're doing good. What's on the radar for tomorrow? We got anything on the radar? I think Tuesday, chance of rain. Smith says hello. What do we got? What do we got? YP says, yes, most of the jobs are one man. Okay. And if they do have two man jobs, they don't send two installers because they can't afford two installers change at the piece rate. Okay. On the job. So they send a service tech dragging butt. I can see how that kind of is not a fun situation. Bummer, man. Bummer. What's up? Tony's got Smith. He's saying, what's up, Tony? Tony's good. Let's hope. Hopefully. Oh, yeah. Racing, baby. I'll be doing 3 to 4. Doing 3 to 4 solo. Oh, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. I'm with you, Rich B, but people do. It's like the labor's different when you get down south. It's more abundant. And I still can't believe like Home Depot. I had seen another thing. Like I said, it was $99, I think. They said, have your opener installed, and it was something $99. And I thought, what? I was thinking it should be all of 120 by now, at least minimum. And I thought, you should be paying the technicians or whatever, 90, or the subs, 90, 95, 99, $100, something. I just thought, I just can't believe it's like that stuff doesn't go up. Excuse me. Tony. I was gonna head out. I was gonna go watch a YouTube video. Then I seen you. A text said Dave was live. Here I am. Thank you. Oh man, I'm glad we helped out, Tony. I am so glad. Got the trucks all fueled up, ready to go. Get any discounts? I used to use for the trucks and fuel. I used to get Speedway. I used to get probably about darn near, it seemed like $100, maybe about $200 a month. I'm getting free fuel from Speedway because I use so much fuel. Those were the good old days. What's he got here? Rich, if I can't find some guys do that, I can take over. What's he got? Single cab. Okay. Got the fleet of the Fords. What's Rich got here? He says I would have a lot of cans. Like what kind of cans? I missed something on that. Rich. Costco. What kind of deals do you get at Costco? Is it just cheaper gas? They give you like, what do they do? Why do you do Costco? I think Sam's is kind of the same. Sam's Club, I think they do like there's always like a line over there. You got to wait in a line quite a bit there, Tony. The old Costco is getting built over there by the shop by Muskegon. So that'll be interesting. I think they're going to have a fuel, a fuel station. I mean, they got enough land. I'm sure they got everything you can think of. Let's see here. I used to save on so much time. So what I would do is I had a 100-gallon fuel tank in the back of a pickup truck. And then I had another fuel tank at the shop. And I would put the fuel in there. And that way I could build up our reserve. You know what I mean? And that way when the trucks would come back at the evening, make sure all the trucks got full so they're ready to go for in the morning, because you're just trying to cut down on that time, man. Because you only got those guys for a certain window. So it's like you don't need them fueling trucks. There's just so many things, because you only basically work from 8 to 5 for some of the businesses and stuff like that. Okay, 30 cents. Stations around, usually sometimes it's only 15. Everything adds up. I know the cans, picking up the pop cans along the road. I know. I know. And the best part is it's tax free. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the the kicker, the way I look at it. Doing a little editing here, so don't mind me if I'm staring down. If you got anything, throw it in there. Let's do this here. Let's go like this. Go like this. And done. All right. What's Tony got? He says, I'm a premium member. Go an hour early. Don't have to wait in line. Oh, nice. Nice. That's interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when they come around. I mean, that's what this video that's coming out, it's talking about, Costco actually might have a better warranty for some garage door openers. So that's pretty cool. I'll do that because I'm not going to be, let's see. And this one says at 9. What time is it now? All right. All right. There we go. We're caught back up. You guys were hammering me today. It was great. I don't know. I don't think I see anything from Rusty, though. We had Evan. Evan got with PT, I'm sure, about the springs, and got Rich B and Texas. So Austin, it was coming in like wildfire. All good stuff. And I got an old friend even messaged today, so he's got something. Must be. Let's see here. I go wherever is on the way. On the way. Figured out before that driving 50 minutes round trip to save $8 isn't worth it. Yeah, it's we don't really do it anymore because we moved. I wish they'd bring a speedway, you know what I mean, or by the shop. But it worked out good because basically, you get $100. I mean, you get rewards every time, and you're using so much. So then I don't quite remember why. I don't know if I just didn't leave the tank. I'm pretty sure I left the tank no, I had a forklift. So the tank probably didn't stay in the truck all the time. So it was just easier to keep filling, and we would keep it full. So I think I had 2 of them I was running, and then you could kind of bulk up on it, when you needed to, because you go through a lot of fuel, especially when we were doing the low stuff. I mean, shoot, we're driving all over the place. So even with little Ford Rangers, they were still drinking it. And it saved a lot of time from stopping at the gas station too. So I could fill them up at night. I could get the trucks somewhat loaded, make sure they're ready to go for the next morning. 5 cents. Ooh, 5-cent discount. Nice. Yes, sir. Anything electronic they guarantee for 2 years. Wow. What's this? Did you find some, Matt? Is that Costco or Cisco? What's YP got here? Installed the China doors that have been coming overseas. They have all hinges on top fixtures. So how do they roll? The only thing I seen was the one that Josh did down in Indiana. That was a full view glass door. He had to buy a certain quantity. Oh man, when they got dropped off, I was there for the drop off. They packaged them so horribly. Like I was just like, I never got a chance to ask them, like, hey, were they damaged pretty bad? and he was buying them basically for one customer. And it was almost like the one customer was paying enough money to cover the other doors. So he had those as like to sell to other customers because they were such a discounted. I think he did send me some pictures, but like they have like pre-hole dimples or anything for your hinges. So, and then this problem is if you have any problems with them, like, yeah, right. Like you're going to send them back. Good luck. Is that Invictus? I was fighting for Tony. That's U.S. for that Clope. I think maybe I should get I think we should get a Rich B door. And then when we go down to CPT, I think I should bring that door just so we can kind of touchy feel and see what the hardware boxes are and stuff like that. I guess if anything, I could always just bring the hardware boxes because I think our hardware boxes are a little more primo. Except the Invictus could have a real handle. What's YP got? Oh, I don't know the brand. Contra's been buying them, and they've been coming with wrong head plates. Wow, and missing material. Oh man, of course, right? A little sprinkle here, a little sprinkle there. They don't need to care anywhere because then, like you're gonna call them. Like, who do you even call? Like, you didn't send me. I want you to send it next day air. Yeah, right. It's got to come on a container ship. It's going to be like 6 months. Never be the better than the best. Made in Ohio. Clope is made in Ohio. Gosh, right. Must be right. They're right down there with Wayne Dalton or what? Everything's in Ohio. Discount. Ooh, $2.29. Man, what happened with the gas price when it was like basically like 99 cents, almost $1 or whatever it was, $1.25? Come on, Mr. T. Get us some cheap. I mean, I thought I think my stepdad was telling me how we're going to have to like fill like swimming pools because they were like paying you to take it or something, the tankers or whatever. I know that's on. It's 75. He says, I've been there. In hard boxes lately, Ben bearing plates are stamped 2007 Canada. Interesting. What's this one got? But they're really shiny. Could be almost 20 years old. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Who knows, man? That's just... All right, let's see here. If we can get this figured out. I'll click this off here for a second. I don't think Papa Tony told me. You got anything going for tomorrow? Or is tomorrow kind of a light day? Just a restocking day. Probably maybe about another 30 minutes, and I gotta get that pizza, man. It's coming. Love me some pizza. I love room temperature pizza too. It's just you can nibble through the day. You can after you get home, it's just sitting there waiting for you. It's just so convenient. Copay sending. Oh, where was I at? Favorite website, and they were talking about it just big bold, said due to the tariffs, we might have increased, the prices on this. I think it was like, I don't know if it was Denko. I don't think it was Resource, but I was looking up because I was sending cousin Evan. I sent in because he's trying to get in with Silver Spring, which will be a good thing. But I was explaining to him, I said, you got it so good compared to when I started. I said, because you only knew a few little niches, right? There's probably more out there, but we didn't have the internet. So you just knew the couple niches that would come in, or like the one vendor we figured out because they would send us fax, with the price of like garage door opener, LiftMaster. Otherwise you didn't know about them unless they found you. And nowadays, so I'm like, if like Service Spring doesn't, won't take you, I was like, and he's like, well, I don't know if I'm professional. I said, trust me. I said, you got certain criteria, you got 3, references, they'll take you because they want your money, and I said, so you might have to do it 2 or 3 times and change things up, or they'll ask questions. But I was like, you got the power of so many other options out there, Denko, Resource. I know there's some other ones. I was trying to think of the ones like North Central, but I don't think it's called North Central. It might be Overhead or something. I bought from them before. But anyways, the one I clicked on, like I said, it was kind of annoying too. It was right in the way. I couldn't get rid of it. And it's like, due to tariffs. And I'm like, what? Jeez. Okay. I got it. Like basically our prices might be subject to change any moment. Okay. Got it. Old. Sending us old place, get around tariffs. Maybe. 27. Ooh, real nice. Was it? It's a handle. Handle smaller. What's the difference? I don't know. I'm always impressed when they send you actually a real metal handle. I told I think it was in the picture actually I sent you, Rich B. I told Caleb, I said, hey, this is just like, here's a foot peg. And then I said, this is kind of a handle, he put it up pretty high. I was like, it's probably not where I would have put it, but I was like, I guess it works. I just let it be, but. And of course the side lock got moved. I moved it back. It was livable, but you know how side locks can get caught in the radius sometimes. I was explaining it to him, and then I was going to leave it because I ran the door and I kept going, it's not really getting caught. And I just thought, I'm just going to change it. It's going to be my luck. And I thought, so I just moved it back over because it's just there in case of a code red emergency. I think it really brought me back because like when Papa Tony did his live with that customer with the opener, that's right there. Why, because you heard the lady, right? The lady, she goes, well, how do I lock my door? And it's like, and Papa Tony's, he's looking for something. He's looking, put a piece of, like, how do you explain to them? Like, you got some vice grips, it's just so nice if it's there. Well, here, let me take this bolt out, and now you always take the chance. Now I try to eliminate that. Either you disconnect the J arm or something, or you unplug the opener, and it's like, you got to try to educate them. It's almost like you got to have them sign something, and say, look, if that, because I've gone to them where customer top panels caved in, and well, we used the slide lock, and then we came home and the power came back on, and I forgot the slide lock was on. And yep, not good. Copay is only 2 hours, half hour from me. Oh, nice. Tony, the Copay Pandora is 25. Oh, look at Papa Tony right there. Of course, it comes with a real handle. Of course it does. Just had to slap that. It don't come with no slide lock though. That costs extra. He's gonna order the Primo. He's gonna be like we need to add side lock. You know what I mean? He's not gonna order the standard. Mine's it comes right. Isn't that what the car dealerships always used to know? It comes standard with automatic cruise control or AC or power windows. That's a standard feature on all the Chevrolets. I believe 18 Rusty. When you hold one end, the rollers touches the floor. Oh, paper thin, huh? Money for those. Oh, shoot. What's this? It's probably erased. Probably be a race day tomorrow unless I get calls tomorrow morning. Got one on the books. Nice. It's like, can you make the big bucks like the casino with the race? You know what I mean? Can you be racing? make a few hondos if you win the race. Let's see here. I get the money for those because they take just as long to install as insulated doors. Dun, 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 dun. I think I'm gonna swing by a Ford Lorry. Get me a picture standing in front of your door. Oh man, you can come up for the weekend. We got a weekend. I got to get with. There's a certain service guy repair shop, and I keep forgetting they want some openers. I got them. I got the numbers where they like it. So. But the problem is they are just always so busy. So it's like, do you just kind of push it to a weekend? Or do you do it during the week and tell them, sorry, you can't use this bay? And they're limited, you know, I mean, it's very limited, tight. And then I was thinking about it. I didn't really measure. They only need 12 foot tall, but they got a lift in there. And I think we only have, we got to cut the rails down. I don't think we have rails that are actually 12. I think they're like more like 14 and just rather burn them up. And then I was like, gosh, I hate to cut them down and get them all pre-ready and then get there and realize, oh, it'd been nice if they're a foot or two longer, you know, to get past, you know, because some of those lifts have those cables that go across. I didn't see anything that was like hitting the ceiling, but, you know, there was a 4 to 6 inch gap or something like that. And so it might be nice to be not in the way. I don't know. Now I think about it too. If you got a head unit sitting there, I'm sure the technicians will not like that. Should have went with a jack shaft. Maybe still go with a jack shaft. Maybe you should just probably look at it one more time. Get me a picture. YP, any of you guys offer financing for charging over 500? Yeah, there is. Affordable has financing. They do that. You know, people will buy it. You know, you can get approval pretty much right over the phone. So it works pretty good. Tony said, I give 30 days. That's no financing here. I'm finished financing. The door link 24. They're stout. They are nice doors. I'm impressed. Packaging is great. Love the packaging. Come standard with 4 tires. I know. Always a jack shaft. Well, what do you got, Rusty? I probably have to write it down. What do you think? It's not super heavy duty use, but obviously we'd rather be a little overkill. I think it's a sandwich door. If I had to guess, it's 12 by 12. What model? I'm going with the LiftMaster. Maybe that's the way to go. Probably going to even be cheaper than the commercial because we went with commercial genies. I swear, Rusty, if they throw the cables, I will murder somebody. The new ones seem, maybe that'd be a good one. It's pretty close to the shop too. So maybe that would be a good guinea pig. Because, man, that thing, now I think about that lift in there, who knows where you're going to land. I don't even know if there's an outlet up in there. Really should go back. I kind of glimpsed in there. There were so many people working and stuff going on and music playing. And it was just like, okay, like I see if I can get the numbers to work. And then the numbers were good. And then now it's like, all right, well, now we got to be serious. But a jack shaft might work kind of nice in there. That might be a good option. What do you think, YP? Do you guys offer financing too? Perfect. Let's see. For a 7-foot door, how much can you take off vertical with floppy tops? Oh, I don't know. What's a floppy tops? I'm a little bit confused. 7-foot door, how much can you take off the vertical? I mean, I was always told, like, I don't think you can go more than, why am I thinking 3 inches? That seems really heavy. Dude, you can't cut 3 inches. Isn't it like 1.5 2? You can cut off like track and then you're screwed. You know what I mean? Like, I really do not try to play that game. Vertical with floppy tops. It's like a whole engineered system. You know what I mean? What's this this LJ8900W? Do I get a light with this? Do I get 2 remotes? Outside keypad? Give me the sales pitch, Rusty. Give me the sales pitch. That's just an opener. That's a commercial, light duty commercial. This battery backup. What is this bad boy? They're changing the models. They got models. I was getting, Texas was telling me something about some models changing again. Like, they're not calling it. Yeah, I have to look here. Let me look what he sent. Because I was just like, dude, I'm so over LiftMaster and their numbers. Like, I just can't keep up. What did he got here? Very true. It's not called the 87504 anymore. It looks, now it's a 6690L. Wonderful. Let me write that model down for Rusty, so I got that sitting here, because that might be a good. I just don't know if I like the genie and the jiggly. You know what I mean? That kind of concerns me. Holy cow. 0 0. You guys are making my stuff move. I'm gonna put per Rusty. Put on private. If it fails, contact him for money back. All right, let's see here. They're good. 200. Okay, 700 or so, and have cable monitors, sensors equipped. Whatever is bulletproof. Whatever's not going to make me like just shame a LiftMaster for this hunk of junk. That's all I'm asking. Like, I want it to be like I put it in and I never hear from them again. Maybe a screwdriver. Screwdriver would be skinnier. Should put a big old screwdriver on there. Slimmer. It's cheaper. I don't know. Those are kind of luggy doors. I don't know. I've always wondered why LiftMaster doesn't offer cable keepers like the Genie side mount does. Oh, that's a good statement right there. I don't know. Ooh, and direct drive, less moving parts. So I have to look. So Rusty, is it like when you say it's built in, right? Is that what kind of said? It says 1800, have the cable monitor sensors equipped. I'm assuming is that built in? That's not the separate little flapper deal thing, right? That little flapper thing never quite caught every time I needed it to. And direct drive. Overhead door does not offer financing, but I've said in the past, A1 has launched here and they are moving and growing very fast and they are using financing. What other tricks have you learned? YP? What else is what is A1? Are they using Service Titan? Is that what A1's using? Service Titan? Because I never know if, like, I'm always like, does A1 have like their own? Because he kind of promotes. It sounds like, I think I've seen it with Service Titan. Obviously, I know they're obviously they're salespeople, or not salespeople. They're technicians, and they're upselling. You know, when they get there, because I think maybe YP knows this too. What do they got? Like is it $54 service call or something like that? Yeah, it's just paying better than overhead. Well, they're guys, at least, they probably have the option at least to upsell, you know what I mean? Or, when they get there and, oh, Mrs. Jones, you got a broken spring. I mean, we can do a lifetime warranty on it. They're probably doing like precision. I don't know if they're doing like precision, So lifetime warranty, it's going to be, probably $600 to $1,200 just to, or whatever, 25, 5,000, something crazy. Top fixtures that bend for back to clear low hydrogen before you use low hydrogen. Okay, that's what I kind of thought. I was kind of thinking that's what they were. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't know about those. I mean, I've always just normally used the floppy tops. That's probably cool. Kind of what is it? Is it right? It says the floppy tops. That's kind of cool. Never heard it called that. I've used them, like I said, but I normally don't cut my track anymore. I mean, I will if I really have to, but I know I'm in a world of hurt because, it's that's why I'm always like, I always try to order them correct. I used to have guys, they'd be like, who did that detail? I'm like, I did. Like, it would have, like, standard track 12-inch would have fit in there. And I'm like, it was close, dude. Like, I wasn't taking that chance because, when it didn't, you would have been just up in my face. And I would have had phone call after phone call. What do you want me to do? This thing's not working. That comes with no lock, no light, no remote. Oh my gosh. How much, Rusty? How much is this darn thing? Basic wall button. Only a cable monitor sensor. Okay. What kind of button? Is it like the green button that some of those have, right? Just a green push button. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe we should just do, I kind of like when you have employees, right? Like the 3 button, you know what I mean? So it's like when the door's going down and they do something crazy, a piece of pipe sticking out of a flatbed truck and they're like, oh my gosh. And they run over to the wall button. It says right there in red, stop. And they hit the stop. I don't know if anybody knows this or not, if this is actually true. I was told by an old technician years ago that he was telling me that, like, when you have a remote for a commercial building, it's supposed to have on the remote, it's supposed to have open, close, and stop. It's supposed to be like, that's how it's supposed to be on the remote. And I was like, huh? And then I was looking it up kind of, and I was like, wow, I can find receivers and stuff like that do have open, close, stop. And I was just like, but he was telling me, like, that's like the legal way. Like, you're supposed to have that. Like, most people don't do it, but that's what you're supposed to have. And I'm like, interesting. No, A1 is paying about the same for installs, but they pay very well to their service techs. Yeah, if you think of anything else, YP, bring it up because I'm kind of curious on maybe if I get some people that like pump me up enough, maybe I'll go to like the training. I feel like I should go to the training course. You know what I mean? Like, go check it out, see what's up. Go in there like an undercover boss, like those TV shows, right? Go in there, oh, hey, garage door. I heard you make really good money in garage doors. What we do? What's that? What is that? Is that a piece of rebar? You put that in concrete, don't you? Oh, that's a winding bar. Isn't there like that one? I forget who it is. I don't know who it is. Right? There's a guy that goes around. He's like the cleaner in the weight room, right? And like they'll have the bars and the big macho guys, and he picks the bars up and they're all looking at him like, "Whoa!" I go in there and just start like winding a spring. Like, you done this before? Oh, I don't know. And use them often. Use the cable savers, Rusty. God, I do not like cable savers. They always scratch, and I never can keep them on. I got to bend the crap out of them to keep them from popping off, and they're always just, and then if they wear out, it's like a dagger. It's like a needle. It's like when they're coming down, if they're pointing out, like ready just to stab you in the eye. I do not like them. I mean, I use them. When you got that situation where you're like, dude, we're done. Like, this is not working. You got to do what you got to do. David has, what's this say? No, Dave, it has the flapper. It has the flapper. I didn't think they were doing the flapper anymore. Oh, yeah. No, Dave has a flapper. The flapper. Started using 98022. Doesn't come with it. I just don't know about like that plastic thing always rolling around on the cables. If it was like maybe a little more robust and they had like a guide where it'd stay on there or something, like a nice bearing, I guess the flapper just does not. And what's the trick? There's a trick, right? I thought they were spring loaded, so you could always put them pretty much upside down, whatever. It just needed to be on the cable type thing. I know it's got to be flush, but ooh, that's another thing. I don't know what's in there. Gosh, it might be steel, it might be ribbed steel in there. Decisions. Probably should go check it out. Then if it's ribbed steel everywhere, then you got to bring like how you gonna mount your wires. That's gonna be fun. And what was the price? Did we get a price? Rough price, roughly what is this? A $400-500 unit. Then I got to add all these accessories. I might as well put that belt drive on there. Reset correctly and tested to see if it works. Oh boy, I don't know. That genie sounded a little more simple, maybe. Wonder what the genie can do for square footage. I smell pizza. It's coming, man. It's coming. I just gotta, it's probably about 15, 20 minutes out. I just got an update. So what is it? We'll do like what, maybe like 10:45. Call it a night. Hopefully we all have a great Monday. Check copay 8,900 cost 430. Okay, not too bad. But that's not the model you told me. I thought, right? You got a different one. Oh no, it's on here. 8,900W. Okay. It's gonna be cheaper than a. I guess I'll just have to go over and look. Out, darn her. What's up, Tanner? What you got going for Tanner? What's Monday got? What you got going? Everything's all ready. Trucks are all fueled up. Got all tire pressures checked. Everything's strapped down. I'm sure nobody here, but it crossed my mind. Of course, I was on the crapper. I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe I'll take over, see if I can get one of those old service vans eventually. And then I was like, well, I wonder what replace it with. And I thought, I don't know. Seems like a lot of stuff's junk. And I was like, the Chevy's got the 10 speeds. I don't know if they're in the Express. I'm sure they're the 8-speed at least. And then I was thinking, I thought, what about that Nissan? That Nissan NV? It's got a taller back. They are ugly. I think they're ugly. And I think I don't know. I might do some bed research. I think they got I don't know if they still got the 4-liter. I think it's a 4-liter V6. Might be a little better on gas. It says it can tow up to 8,500 pounds, which is about what the scissor lifts are. They have a 2,500, which is kind of a bummer. I'm more of a 3,500 type of guy, but just thought maybe. I think they got pretty solid transmissions. I don't hear too much with the Nissan ones anyways. I don't know. I thought, well, I'm scared. I don't like what's the thought process of what's the ones? You got the Dodge and then you got the Ford. Those ones seem like I just watched the Ford one today. They were talking about how it's horrendous to change, and I remember the Raptor was that way. You couldn't check the transmission fluid. So that was gonna be another thing. So they got a dipstick tube. My gosh, give me a damn dipstick tube. Whoa, what is a flapper? That's the sneaky hinge. I don't think so, Rich. I think it's the one. I think what he's talking about is the one that's got the 2 rollers. That low headroom bracket. It's got the hinge and it's spread out, and then it's got the 2 rollers on it. That's the floppy. I don't think they probably got a different name. They call it the sneaky. For the sneaky brackets. Maybe, I don't know. No Rich Liftmaster jack shaft as cable. Cable. Oh, I'm sorry. What's the flapper? Is that the sneaky hinge? Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, that's they got a flapper on it. There's got to be a video out there by now with the Liftmaster, the 80. What's the 8,500 with the flapper? Yeah, there's a lot of nice names or old nicknames. Yeah. Tony says, "What's up?" Wait, I guess you were talking about top roller fixtures or cable tensioner monitor, Rich. Yes. Yes. Doing a couple 40, yeah. 40 by 48 doors. Right. Right. They have them done by noon too, you know. They'll be home for dinner. No problem. No problem. Even early. Not much. Just we whipping, mowing, blowing everything into the road. Oh man. Um, filled trash. Oh yeah, yep. Curb showed. Now I'm here. Perfect. What's for Monday though? You got anything? What's lined up for Monday? I try not to do that anymore. Like I try not to put too much. I get because like people like honk at you. You know, I guess you don't want to put stuff on the road. Like I didn't really ever really think of it like grass clippings. I guess it's dangerous for motorcyclers. I'm sure you're not in a high speed area, but I do it now because like I know it now. So like people are gonna be like honking, and I'm like I know, you know. You can always have an '06 Chevy. Is that still up for sale? I thought you were like not gonna let that thing go. That thing's a beast. That thing's a beast. I've thought, you know, about buying like just buying an older, you know, the older one, maybe less mileage, Southern. But I don't know. You're gonna have to bite the bullet, especially when you're in business. You know, it's like it's hard. You spend a lot of time and energy, and something's got to give. What is it? Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. We have 2-door truck to load. Okay, says 2 truck, and then I have 7, I think 10 some door. Hopefully not much. Holly says it's gonna be hot. Oh, just need to make it 3 this week. Then, oh man, toasty. Oh, and then we're back into the 70s. Nice. So that means if it's coming there, it'll hopefully be coming here because it has been toasty. There's no doubt the AC has been super nice. What's YP got? I have an 18 overlaid door, steel back, trailer to it, steel back, and scribe a trailer to it. Oh, I love it. I love it, YP. I love the different terminology. It's different language than I'm used to. It's like that whole like perimeter seal, weather seal, foam stop, trim molding, brick molding. I don't think they call it brick molding. No. Oh, another guy. Oh, yes. He says with another guy. Oh, yes. Oh, trainee. All right. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. So that's nice to have some help. 18 by 8's getting a little. Because YP, if you don't mind me, how old are you? How old are you, YP? I thought they got rid of them. Tension. I know. That's what I was thinking too, Rich. I was like, I thought those were way gone. So that's why I'm kind of like, you know, I just hate being up in the corner, being so confined. And then like, you know, what am I, you know, I got to like buzz the metal out or put a platform. And then, you know, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I love the idea that you can just slide something on a shaft and then you got one little lever to pin. So the thing doesn't like fling in the air. But I don't know. I might be just have to go take a looks. But then I also like my trolley, you know. And then it might be a good one. I was pretty impressed. I think that was a 12 by 12. Maybe went to a 12 by 13, something like that. But I did that one way up there in Ludington, Michigan. Never had a call. I think he had a keypad problem one time. Like the battery died and it like didn't reprogram or something. But that was it. Like I never had another call from that guy. And then I did the other one where I had the jack shaft and the door was a hair tight and things weren't good. And then put a genie on it. Never heard from the guy again. That's the customers I like. I don't want to sell. He says, "Hello," but the trucks. He says, "Oh yeah, just work better for us." Think about or listing it, but Hurts my heart. Oh yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Oh yeah, I could order my service body paint match. Oh yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it. There's a guy in over by the shop. I don't know what he's doing. He's got a sweet though. He has like probably something Tanner be drooling over. He's got a sweet little setup, and he's got like a utility box for the back, but it's not real big. It's like everything just flows really nice. If I catch the truck, I'll take a picture and I'll post it. But it's not labeled anything, but it's got tinted on. It's really nice, just a nice looking 4-door Chevy something. I don't know if it's 25, 35, but just sharp looking truck. I'm like, wow, but I don't think it work good for garage doors. It doesn't have enough storage. Notify decisions. Yes, decisions. Yes, Rich, on the 98, 22, they got rid of it, but it still has the plugs. What are the plugs? The 89 still comes with it. What are the plugs? What are plugs? Plugs? No, it's 26, 28. Nice, man. Still young, man. Great. 26. Okay, 28. I started when I was 26. Okay, gotcha. Still young, man. Good for you. Good for you. The youth is good. For a unicorn, I am looking for a unicorn. It's not out there. He needs to just buy the U-Haul van. That's right, that big one. Me and just a little inside joke. Me and Rusty sent me a picture of his doors stacked up in his truck. Pretty big load. And he was giving me crap about, let's see that go in your van. And I'm like, don't make me. I said, I had that big U-Haul truck when we were doing that fence job, I believe. I was like, don't make me get my big truck. Like he was telling me something about, he said, what did he say? He said something about, I'm surprised you're not in the U-Haul business. And it's like, I said some other stuff. I said, yeah. I said, I don't know why. I've been decking out the truck lately. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of weird. Like, I've been just using the truck. I'm like, why don't I just go get? And I'm like, I don't know. It's cheaper. I guess more convenient. And it works. I kind of like the challenge, kind of reminds me of like the Ford Ranger days. Like, those things worked really good with a topper. That's what I need to get a topper. Van off there in October. And don't bring that damn van up, man. I'll be drooling over that thing. Be like sitting there rubbing it. Be like, I don't know. You'd be like, you gotta have this. You start it up. Oh, listen to that diesel purr. Oh, you guys can van meet in the parking lot, right? Yeah, there you go. That'd be good deal, Dave. Oh man. Yes. Oh wow. Good. Oh yeah, go home. Yep. Oh, I think that's how much were they asking for the new Nissan? I think it was like 30 something or 40. I was like, that's not a bad price. Maybe they're just so ugly you can't sell them, so that's why they're cheaper. What is this? 98 022 can add a key of monster. Terminals, push tabs. I don't know, Rusty. I don't know. Whatever you recommend, whatever you think's strong enough to possibly move it. Maybe I'll break the ice and give the old LiftMaster jack shaft another chance. I'm looking for a money tree. Same here, man. Same here. What's he got? He says, Tony, they have that sale. Okay, yeah, Menards. Yeah, better hurry. Yeah. That's funny. Next month. Oh man. Yeah, no kidding, man. That whole marriage stuff. Oof, man. That stuff is hard on the old pocketbook. They must have went to Menards today. They must have been sold out. Yeah, just like everything, man. You just missed it, right? Day late, dollar short. That's always how it goes, right? All right, guys, we made it to now. What is it, 10:47? So I'm gonna head out of here. think the Wifetron's going to be here not too shortly here or too long, and see if they still have some. Otherwise, thanks guys for being here. Like I said, I was just kind of filling up some time. Is good. YP, thanks for being here too. It's always good to have some fresh insight, and thank you for the intel, and stuff. And thanks Rusty for telling me on my LiftMaster what route maybe I should go. And I don't know, I better go back and check out that job and see how it goes. What's up, Dab? I was wondering what happened to you the other night. Good Dab paid for wedding. It's expensive, man. Those kids, they just get more and more expensive. So you guys have a great Monday. Keep your fingers. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you on the next one. I love all the emails and texts too. So send them when you get them. If you got pictures or anything too, just send them away. I always appreciate them. I'm gonna get me some pizza. So you guys have a good night. Take care.